That was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Blue 90. Watch safety green. Gun. Hey, watch it. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Roberts. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Here we go now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. a fake here on 4th and inches. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll drop the throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And give them a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Saquon Barkley. He's to the 10. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Brown. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The give is to Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Prescott. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott now. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
46.
Now Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A second down throw for Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. Steps away to his... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Rolling to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Prescott again. A dump off to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll go to Barkley again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. The pitch goes to Barkley. Look at the dance and the juke. 20. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now it's Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Now a toss going left. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing, Prescott, and he whips that one incomplete there.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Connects it to Roberts, right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for the Cowboys. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go. We're going to 54. Wide in.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to throw now on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Leopard!
They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Detroit! Over!
Back to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty
good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. On the left side, he finds Beasley. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
He's back to throw. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, line 8.
Here's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Give to Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big
blob of green on the radar. I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Dallas,
we want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. We wake them up.